It's now or never, Bills tormentor! Just when it seemed the team was on track for the season, an unexpected turn of events rekindled hope and set off alarm bells in Buffalo. An old acquaintance might be returning, a young prospect could determine the fate of the season, and a new trade could completely transform the offense. But behind every decision lies a failed plan that could finally lead the Bills to the long-awaited Super Bowl. When Gabe Davis left Buffalo after 4 solid years, many fans felt the cycle was over. After all, the wide receiver had stood out with unforgettable moments, like that legendary game in the 2021 playoffs against the Chiefs, when he scored an incredible 4 touchdowns and tallied 201 touchdowns on just 8 receptions. That performance put Davis on the NFL map as one of the most explosive receivers in the postseason. He then signed a 3-year, $39 million contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars, seeking a new challenge. But what seemed like a fresh start turned into disappointment. Davis failed to establish himself in Jacksonville. Injuries, changes in the system, and a lack of chemistry with the offense ultimately dimmed his brilliance. And after just 1 season, he was released by the Jaguars. Now, what seemed outlandish is starting to become reality. Davis wants to return. In an interview with the show Up and Adams, he was blunt when asked if he considered returning to the Bills. "If Buffalo is the best option, I'll take it. I know the system, I know the guys, and I know I can contribute like I did before," he stated firmly. This possibility is stirring things up in Buffalo's backroom. Despite the recent signings of Joshua Palmer and Elijah Moore, the offense is still searching for consistency and chemistry. Davis, already familiar with Josh Allen and the offensive system, could be the missing piece to unlock depth in the passing attack. The franchise has not confirmed any official contacts yet, but rumors are growing by the day, and time is running out. The free agency window is closing, and the draft bill still has room for a solid move. But while eyes turn to Davis, another situation is taking shape within the current squad, and it could define the success or failure of 2025. While many analysts focus on the most talked about names on the roster, like Josh Allen or Joey Bosa, a quiet figure is gaining traction as the true turning point for the Bills in 2025. Tight end Dalton Kincaid. In just his 2nd season, he already carries a huge weight on his shoulders, and the numbers show why. In 2023, as a Heat player, Kincaid had 73 receptions for 673 yards and 2 touchdowns. In 2024, despite dealing with injuries, he still accumulated 448 yards in 9 starts. These numbers don't jump out at first glance, but the context reveals something much bigger. Kincaid is being groomed to be Josh Allen's primary outlet. With the wide receiver room ranked only 19th in the NFL by PFF, someone needs to emerge as a key player in the passing game, and recent workouts indicate Kincaid could step into that role. During mandatory minicamp, the tight end drew attention with multiple impressive receptions in the red zone, demonstrating timing and chemistry with Allen. Bills GM Brandon Beane took issue with defensive back Kincaid and said the criticism was misinterpreted. He spoke about injuries, but he has the talent to be one of the best in the league, and he's motivated, he said. Kincaid, in fact, still carries the pain of missing a decisive 4th down pass in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs. "It bothers me. It hurts not to have made that play," he confessed. With that kind of emotional fuel, natural talent, and the confidence of the coaching staff, Kincaid could be the difference that pushes the Bills to the Super Bowl. But if he fails, the offense could crumble. If that happens, the Bills already have a plan B in place, and it involves a possible trade for a 1,700-yard wide receiver. Just when it seems the Buffalo Bills may have decided on their 2025 receiver roster spot, a new name is heating up the rumor mill, and it's one with real production behind it. With the lingering uncertainty surrounding Elijah Moore and cautious optimism surrounding 2nd-year wide receiver Keon Coleman, the Bills can't be done making moves. And according to Fansided's Marcus Mosher, a bold new idea has emerged. Buffalo should pursue Green Bay Packers receiver Romeo Doubs in a potential trade. At first glance, Doubs may not be the flashiest name available, but dig a little deeper and he fits the Bills' needs perfectly. At just 25 years old and entering the final year of his red-hot contract, Doubs has quietly accumulated over 1,700 catches and 15 touchdowns in 43 career games. He's not just a depth piece, he's a proven threat in the red zone, with reliable hands and the ability to win contested catches from the outside. These are traits the Bills desperately need to complement Josh Allen's aggressive passing style. In Green Bay, however, Doubs' opportunities are quickly drying up. The rise of Jaden Reed and rising talents like Dontavion Wicks and rookie Matthew Golden have crowded the Packers' receivers room, pushing Doubs down the rankings. It's a classic NFL scenario. A talented player stuck in a depth chart crunch, ready to be drafted for a while, who knows exactly how to use him. That's where Buffalo comes in. A trade for Doubs would be a low-risk, high-reward move. Because he's on an expiring Heat contract, the compensation Green Bay is demanding likely wouldn't be high, perhaps a day 3 pick or a conditional selection, and the reward could be immense. If Keon Coleman's development doesn't accelerate or Elijah Moore disappoints in training camp, Doubs could step in immediately and provide stability, experience, and another reliable target for Josh Allen. We can't forget the financial dynamics of the game. Joshua Palmer, signed earlier this offseason with the Chargers, received a 3-year, $29 million contract. This virtually guarantees his spot on the 53-man roster. Elijah Moore, however, signed a modest 1-year, $2 million contract, a pittance by NFL standards. If Moore doesn't impress during training camp or the preseason, moving on from him would be relatively easy and would open up the opportunity to bring in a player with proven experience like Doubs. Doubs' style also fits perfectly with what offensive coordinator Joe Brady is building in Buffalo. While Palmer plays well in the zone and Coleman shows potential as a vertical threat, Doubs could be the physical presence outside that the offense currently lacks. His production in the red zone, 15 touchdowns in less than 3 seasons, could also alleviate some pressure on Dalton Kincaid, especially near the goal line, where coverage is tighter and quick decision-making is essential. There's also a precedent for this type of move. In 2023, the Bills took a similar approach to the Amari Cooper trade, which was essentially a rental deal. While Cooper wasn't out for long, he made an immediate impact and gave Allen a reliable veteran target. Doubs' situation reflects this formula, a short-term solution with high growth potential and little long-term financial commitment. It's the kind of risk professional front offices take when they believe their trade window has arrived. And make no mistake, the Bills believe their window of opportunity is open. Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott have made it clear the team is in win-now mode. From acquiring Joey Bosa to giving Dalton Kincaid a prominent role, each move points to a final push for the Lombardi Trophy. Another reliable receiver, capable of winning on the outside and complementing the one already on the field, could be the finishing touch that transforms a potent offense into an elite one. Of course, the trade deadline isn't until October, so the front office has time to evaluate Moore and Coleman's performance in their early season plans. But with the fierce competition in the AFC and each crucial victory, waiting too long could be a risk Buffalo can't afford. The Bills know what's at stake, and if the opportunity to sign Doubs presents itself at the right price, they can't hesitate. With so much movement happening behind the scenes, Gabe Davis wanting to return, Dalton Kincaid being groomed to lead the offense, and rumors of a trade for Romeo Doubs gaining momentum, which of these decisions do you think will be the most decisive in getting the Bills back to the Super Bowl?